Check, check, check. Check, check. We are just about ready to get underway here. I'm Matt Rendell here for the Caveman Sports Network. We're here bringing you some varsity volleyball action. We had a game just the other day on Tuesday night where the Cavemen won. They were playing against John Glenn. Tonight they'll be taking on St. Joe. They have played St. Joe in a tournament recently, lost 2 sets to 1. So we'll see if it can work out a little bit better here for the Cavemen tonight at home at the Cave. And that whistle means we're ready. To serve is the Cavemen. Cavemen will be on the right side of your screen if you're watching. Both teams wearing white. Cavemen have pink letters. There's a big kill there by Pelletier and the Cavemen as that puts them on the board 1-0. So again, as I was saying, both teams in the white uniforms here tonight. Cavemen have the pink letters, and then St. Joe has the blue letters on their side. Cavemen still going to be serving as the ball gets back. It'll be Nikki Mitchell again serving for the Cavemen. That serve is up and good. St. Joe is able to deal with it, and it's over. Cavemen have a chance now. Madison puts it up for Fry. Fry gets it over. Still alive. It comes back to the Cavemen. Still alive, though. Good play there by St. Joe. Still going back and forth here in the second point of this game. It's down. Point Indians. Cavemen have a chance here. They get it over. Almost falls, but the Indians recover. Good job there by Lizzie Ashburn, keeping it alive as she's going to come up for the hit. She gets it over. St. Joe puts it back over off the block and down. Point Indians. Score now 2-1, excuse me. St. Joe leads over the Cavemen. Good serve there by the Indians. It's back down and point Indians. A good play there at the net by the front line of St. Joe. Makes it 3-1 here early in set number 1. Serve is a good one, but out. Point Cavemen. So those serves were coming from number 8, Maddie Futa, a junior for St. Joe. She's had some good ones, but that one's out of bounds. Cavemen score the point. 3-2 is the score. Good serve there by the Cavemen. It's over there, and it's going to be down. Point Indians. To serve for St. Joe is going to be number 4. That's going to be Samantha Jerkovich. Good hit there by the sub. That was Quincy Streffling for the Cavemen. Back to serve for the Cavemen is going to be Courtney Pelletier. Good job by the Cavemen. They've got to get it over here, and Streffling does. Cavemen is going to reset here. And St. Joe's got to get over. They barely do. And Madison off the block, and it's going to be still in play, but too far as Fry tried to get over and could not. That'll be point for St. Joe. Five to 3 is our score. Springman comes in for the Cavemen. Back to serve is going to be St. Joe. Looks like number 5, Grace Gillis. Streffling gets it over for the Cavemen. Good hit there by the Indians, but not going to be enough. But right there is number 10, Kaminsky for the Indians. Scores them a point, makes it 6-3 St. Joe early in our first set. Cavemen coming off a win against John Glenn on Tuesday night here at the Cave. Another serve by Gillis. It's too long, out of bounds as Streffling went for it but did not hit it as it went too far, and it'll be Cavemen serve. Coming in to serve for the Cavemen is going to be number 3, Jordan Holland. Out is going to be Madison. 6-4. St. Joe lead. Holland with the serve. A good hit there by the Indians, but right there are the Cavemen. Streffling comes at it and makes it over. And that's off the net, down onto St. Joe's side. Point Cavemen. And it'll be Cavemen serve again, as it'll be Jordan Holland back to serve for her 2nd time in a row. She puts it over. Good hit there. Holland's going to hit it. It's going to go off their side and out of bounds. And it'll be a point for St. Joe. And the serve by St. Joe is good. That serve was from number 4, Vogler, as she saves it, but it's going to go out of bounds. Cavemen point. So the Cavemen sticking with it so far. Down 1, 7-6 here in our first set. We've been busy this week here broadcasting as many events here from Mishawaka as we can. We've had here now our 2nd volleyball match of the week, and then tomorrow night we'll have a home football match against South Bend Adams. A good hit there by St. Joe, right into open space. That was by Maddie Futa, and she got it right into the open space, and nobody for the Cavemen could get to it. Serving for St. Joe is Dozel. And a big hit there by Megan Fry as she gets it down. Point Cavemen. Ashford back to serve for the Cavemen. She gets it over. And off the block, that might get down. Didn't quite. The Indians will run into each other. That'll be a point for the Cavemen. Now tied at 8. Ashburn with the serve again. Went long, but they play it, so they'll have to get it over. They do. Cavemen have a chance here. And it's off the block. Is it going to get down? They got to get it over. St. Joe does. Good job scrambling there by the Indians. This will be Fry again with another big hit and down. Cavemen take the lead. Back to serve again is Lizzie Ashburn. She puts it over. Good block by the Cavemen and down. The Cavemen score again. Makes it 10-8 Cavemen here. Ashburn to serve again. It's over. They'll have to get it over. They almost didn't, as there was some miscommunication, but they do. A big hit by Pelletier, down off the block on the Cavemen side. That's going to give Cavemen yet another point and a 3-point lead. And again, Ashburn to serve. The serve is over. And it's too long, though, as the Indians don't play it this time. That'll be a point for St. Joe. A good run there, though, by Lizzie Ashburn and the Cavemen as they still hold a 2-point lead. As St. Joe makes a few subs, one of them coming in to serve is going to be number 11, Sydney Sooth, excuse me. Nobody for the Cavemen goes for the second hit, and Coach Anderson not happy with that as there was no communication and none of the players went for the second hit there. 11-10 the score here. The serve is a good one as Sooth gets it over. Fry with the hit. A good hit, though, as that's going to go out of bounds off the Indians. Point Cavemen. 12-10 now as the Cavemen will be serving. Back to serve for the Cavemen is Nikki Mitchell. And that serve is over. 2 Indians players there as they get it. A good hit there, but Ashburn is right there. Mitchell puts it up for Madison. She gets it across. Too hard, too long as it's out of bounds. Point Indians. And back to serve are going to be the Indians now as that serve is over. Ashburn again there. Back to Fry. Fry's had a great game, and another good hit there. Gives the Cavemen a point as she puts it cross court. In for the Cavemen is going to be Streffling. Watford goes out. Quincy Streffling in, one of the 4 seniors on this team, as most of them are on the court right now. Fry back to serve. The Indians have to hit it over, they do. And they're going to say there's an infraction. Too many people at the net there as they went over, and it's going to be a Caveman point, making it 14-11. Another good serve by Fry. Big hit, but Ashburn is there. Madison puts it up. This for Streffling. Streffling off the block and down. Point Indians. Back to serve is going to be D'Annunzio. Good serve as the Cavemen will play it. That one's up for Streffling off the block. Will it get down? No. Cavemen will have a chance here. Pelletier, still no. Miscommunication again, and they're going to call that as a double hit there. As again, no, not talking, and 2 players went for it, and neither ended up getting it, and that'll be a point Cavemen. Good serve by the Cavemen. Big hit, but off the block and down. Number 10, Kaminsky, came in with a big-time hit, but Madison was there for the block, and that'll be a point for the Cavemen. 4-point lead here for the Cavemen in our first set, 16-12. This will have to get over. It does. Off the block, though, as the block was not hard enough as it fell onto the Caveman side. Point St. Joe. St. Joe back to serve. It's a good serve as it just gets over the net. Madison gets it over. St. Joe will be able to play it. A big-time hit, but too long. They're going to say it was out of bounds. St. Joe thought that might be in, but it is called out of bounds. Holland serves too long for the Cavemen, and it'll be right back over to St. Joe. Vogler in the serve for the Indians. And the Cavemen will have to play it. Fry gets it over. The Indians with a great hit across the court. Point Indians. Good serve by the Indians. Mitchell puts it up. This for Fry again. Fry's had a great game so far. Looks like it'll continue. Good block, but not good enough as that'll fall. Point Indians. St. Joe cuts the lead to 1 here in our first set. Holland gets it over, but then it's hit out of bounds. Point Cavemen. So a tough break for the Indians, a good break for the Cavemen. is now 18-16 here as we get late into our first set. Watford to serve well too long, and that's 2 serves in a row by the Cavemen going long out of bounds. Good serve by the Indians. Cavemen get it over, and it's almost down, but it's still there. The Indians again across court, and that's been number 8, Maddie Futa, who's done an awesome job hitting that across the court, and the Cavemen just haven't been there. They finally got a hand on that one, but just not enough as it goes out of bounds off the Cavemen. That's going to lead to a tie game at 18 and a timeout by Coach Anderson and the Cavemen. We'll be right back. St. Joe back to serve, tied at 18. And that's a good serve there by the Indians. Mitchell gets it over. That's going to be a double hit by the Indians as Mitchell just got it over enough, forced the miscue by the Indians. And the first serve here by Ashburn. Ashburn had the nice run earlier. And it's hit over. Fry gets to it. Mitchell puts it up back for Fry. Fry off the block and out of bounds. Point Cavemen. Cavemen now with a 2-point lead, and that's going to look like it's going to lead to a timeout by St. Joe. 20-18 is the lead for the Cavemen here. Timeouts are 1 minute. Again, like we had said earlier, Cavemen volleyball team was in action on Tuesday night here at the Cave against John Glenn. They won that in straight sets. They are here tonight against St. Joe, a team they lost to in a tournament not too long ago, 2-1. This is a best of 5 sets here, as the Cavemen will have to win 3 sets to win the match. Our next broadcast will be Friday night from Steel Stadium here, as the Cavemen football team is home yet again for the 3rd time this year. They'll be taking on John Adams in their very first NIC match of the season. Ashburn back to serve for the Cavemen, leading by 2. Good serve. Again, Futa, she's going across, and Fry's there this time. The return, though, was good, as St. Joe will score the point. It falls on the Cavemen side, makes it 20-19 Cavemen here in our first set. Good serve by the Indians. Mitchell puts it up for Pelletier, who puts it into space, but they get there. And that's going to fall right next to Lizzie Ashburn. She couldn't quite get to it. 20-20, set number 1. Back to serve, St. Joe again. That's up and just getting to it as Pelletier gets it over. Big hit, but Ashburn's there. Mitchell puts it back in play. Holland hits it over and inbounds. Good play by the Cavemen, sticking with it, and they get the point. Mitchell back to serve again for the Cavemen. Mitchell puts it over. And Mitchell can't quite get there as it gets to the ground, as that one falls into space, and we are tied again at 21. The serve from St. Joe is good. Watford just gets to that. Fry comes across, and it's a good one, but right there are the Indians. Fuda with a big hit off the net and doesn't go over. Point Cavemen. Fry back to serve. Streffling in for Watford. And Fry will put it up, and it's good. Good hit by the Indians. Madison puts it up for Streffling. Streffling gets it over. And off the block, out of bounds, point Indians. We are back and forth late here in our first set. 22-22. The serve is good. Streffling's there. They've got to get over. They do. Cavemen almost didn't get it over there. Good hit. Madison puts it up, so the Cavemen will have a chance. Ashburn gets it over, but into the net. St. Joe takes their first lead in a long time, 23-22. Good serve as Ashburn's there. Streffling puts it, but right there is Fuda. You got to get it over, they do. Fry's there. Mitchell will put it up. This for Madison. Madison off the block, still good though. And they're going to call a timeout, as they're going to say the Cavemen hit that too many times off the block. So the Cavemen will have to rally here, trailing 24-22. Next point for St. Joe will win them the first set. Cavemen will have to score a few in a row to force this set to continue. And we're back. 1 point from St. Joe victory. Cavemen will have to make a comeback here. As St. Joe serves. Ashburn's there. Mitchell puts it up. This for Streffling. Off the block, but still in. As they're going to call an infraction there on St. Joe. The coaches and players for St. Joe don't like the call, but it will stand. Cavemen get 1 point. They need another to continue this set. The serve is good. St. Joe's got a chance. Off the block, down. Cavemen point. We are tied again at 24. And the Cavemen will serve now, tied at 24. Pelletier puts it up. St. Joe goes over. And a bad hit as she almost whiffed totally on that, and that'll be another point Cavemen. Now the Cavemen just need 1 point for victory. That serve is over and good. St. Joe puts it up. They get it over. They tip it. Fry's there. Another big hit. Ashburn dives, and they get it over. This time the hit is good and down. Point St. Joe. So we are tied at 25. St. Joe to serve. Gillis back for the Indians. And the serve is good. Streffling to Mitchell. And they're going to say it's a double hit on Mitchell. Mitchell lost her footing, and all of a sudden now the Indians have a chance again to take the first set. The serve by Gillis is good. Mitchell puts it up. This to Streffling. Streffling across, but well too far, and that's going to be a point, Indians, and the Cavemen lose the first set by a score of 27-25. With that, we are just about ready for our second set here as the Cavemen are taking on the Indians of St. Joe. The Indians just beat out the Cavemen in the first set, 27-25, as it was back and forth late, as the Cavemen came back twice from match point, or from game point, but could not get over the hump as they lost by 2. Indians to serve, and Streffling can't quite play it as it goes too far off her hands, out of bounds, point Indians. And the serve again from St. Joe. Streffling again, 2 in a row. She plays poorly, as that'll be another point for the Indians. So Streffling probably hoping it comes to her again so she can try to get this one over. As here comes the serve. It is there again, but off the net, point Cavemen. So 2 aces and then a serve that doesn't make it over. Makes it 2-1 St. Joe. Fry back to serve for the Cavemen. She gets it over. Looked to be a little too long, but St. Joe plays it. They've got to get it over now, as they just do. Mitchell puts it up for Madison. Madison hard. It's going to be off the Indians, out of bounds, point Cavemen. Fry back to serve again. Off of the face of one of St. Joe players and down, point Cavemen. So the Cavemen take the early lead after trailing 2-0. It is now 3-2 Cavemen. And it's still in though as Ashburn plays it. Mitchell gets it over to Pelletier, who puts it down, and good. Cavemen point. Four to 2 Cavemen here in set number 2. And it's off the Cavemen block, down, point Indians. Fuda back to serve again for the Indians. She gets it over, a very nice serve, but the Cavemen play it. Streffling comes in hard, a big hit by Streffling. Probably from that tough start she had some a little bit of anger there in that one, as that one came in hard off the Indians and out of bounds. Point Cavemen. Pelletier to serve for the Cavemen. She gets it over. It's going to be an ace. And after that ace, Pelletier will try again. And she gets it over. This time the Indians play it. 2 players run into each other. They got to get it over. They do. Mitchell puts it up for Streffling again. A big hit off the block and down. Point Cavemen. That gives the Cavemen a 4-point lead. 7-3. Another good serve by Pelletier. The Indians play it. They play it well, but Pelletier's there. The set to Madison off the block and down. Point Cavemen. Pelletier to serve again as they are waiting, as there's a St. Joe player tying her shoe. She's ready as Pelletier ready to serve. Good serve there. The Indians will play it. They got to get over. They do. And Streffling again. This one's returned here by the Indians. Off the block, still good. Mitchell across to Streffling, off the block and down. Point Cavemen again. And the Cavemen are on a roll as it's going to be a timeout by the Indians. 9-3, the Cavemen lead. Set number 2. And Pelletier serves again. This one off the block by the Cavemen is still in, as the Indians do get it over. Pelletier puts it up. And Ashburn off the block. Cavemen still have a chance here, as it'll be Streffling again as she tips it over. And it'll be the Indians into the net. No good. Another point, Cavemen. And another good service. Two Indians play a run into each other again. Ace. Pelletier's on a roll right now as the Cavemen lead 11-3. After dropping the first set, the Cavemen have come out strong here in set number 2. Indians get it over, and Mitchell gets to it. Madison puts it across for Streffling, and they're going to say that's a double hit there, and that'll be a turnover there as it'll go over to the Indians for the serve. And a good serve by the Indians. Mitchell gets to it. Streffling's got to get it over and does. Good hit, blocked, but down, point Indians. The serve by the Indians is good. And the Cavemen get it over. They got to play it off the roof. One of the tough things here at Mishawaka is the slanted roof there. As it hit it, came straight back down, and nobody for the Indians could play it. That'll be a point for the Cavemen. Holland in to serve for the Cavemen. 12-5 is our score. The serve is up and good. The Indians play it. They get it over. Fry is there as they're going to call an infraction there on the Cavemen for a double hit, as it will be back over to the Indians. Cavemen still have a 6-point lead, but we've seen those leads evaporate quickly, so the Cavemen gotta stick with it. So the serve from Gillis is gonna be up and good. Mitchell puts it up across for Streffling, comes in hard. Good job there by the Indians being able to play it. Fuda's gotta get it over, she does. Holland right there as Mitchell puts it right over in the second hit. A big hit there, Fry's right there to get it. Mitchell gets to it over to Streffling. Big hit, but right there are the Indians. And two players go for it. They just get it over as there was miscommunication. Again, over to Streffling. This one off the block, still in play. Another hit, a good block by the Cavemen, but the Indians play it. And they're going to say a double hit there as the Indians couldn't quite get it. Point, Cavemen. A good back and forth there by both teams. And that's going to be a serve too long by Watford and out of bounds. Point Indians. Good serve by the Indians. The Cavemen play it though as it's Fry. And the Cavemen will have to play it back. A good block by the Cavemen and down. Point Cavemen. You got a double block there by the Cavemen, which proved to be successful as Mitchell and Ashburn both hit that one. And Ashburn's going to be able to serve now. And the serve is good. It looked like it might be going out, but they played it. And the Indians get it over. Watford puts it up. Mitchell to Fry. Fry with a big hit off of the St. Joe player. Point Cavemen. And after dropping a tough first set, the Cavemen have been on a roll here in the second set. Now lead by 8, 15-7. St. Joe tried to stop the run with a timeout, and they did momentarily, but the Cavemen have it back. Another good serve from Ashburn. Big hit that's going to be on the line. They're going to say inbounds. It was close, but there's a ref right there ready to say that was inbounds. 15-8, Cavemen still lead. Back to serve is St. Joe. And the ball is up. The serve is over. Watford's there. Mitchell put it up for Fry. Fry with the big hit off the block, out of bounds. And an 8-point lead for the Cavemen. Nikki Mitchell back to serve. She puts it over. St. Joe's got to get it over. They do. Watford puts it up for Mitchell. Mitchell back to Madison. Madison not quite over the net. Into the net, down. Point St. Joe. And to serve are the Indians. The serve is up and over. Watford is there. Mitchell puts it up. This one to Ashburn. Ashburn puts it over. A big hit there. Mitchell is there. Can they get to it? Ashburn does. Watford's got to get it over. She does. Good job by the Cavemen. A big hit off the block, though. Indians have another chance. Another good hit, another block. And it's put over. Mitchell to Madison all the way across for Fry. Fry with the hit off the block. And that's going to be a point Cavemen. And that's going to force the second timeout here of this second set by the Indians. 1 minute timeout. We'll be right back. We are ready here out of the timeout. Cavemen lead by 8, 17-9. The Cavemen lost the first set 27-25, and looking back on it, if they could have won that, they are getting closer and closer to winning the second. They could have been up 2-0 as that ball just goes out of bounds. Point Indians. Fuda back to serve for the Indians. She puts it up. A really great serve as Mitchell set it back. This to Madison. Madison down off the block. Pelletier puts it over. So we're still in play. Good hit there by the Indians. Fry couldn't quite get to it. She was just out of position, and that'll be a point for the Indians. 17-11 as the Cavemen have dropped 2 in a row here to cut the lead to 6. You want to make sure not to give up a big run here as the Cavemen have had a big lead since very early. Off the top of the net, but good. Streffling's got to get it over. She does. Off the block and down. Point Cavemen. Good job getting the serve back. As is now 18-11. Pelletier, who had the big run earlier, she puts it up and over. Mitchell's there. Pelletier's going to play it next. And then it was Fry who gets it over. Good job by the Indians. Off the block, out of bounds. Point Indians. Indians back to serve. She puts it over. Streffling with the bad hit. Springman's not going to be able to get to it, and that's going to be a point for the Indians. And that's going to force Coach Anderson to a substitution. Hollins coming in for Madison. Serve is good, but into the net. Point Cavemen. Back to serve is going to be Jordan Holland. Good serve by Holland. St. Joe's got to play it. They just do as they get it over. Cavemen will have a chance here. Streffling off the block, down. Point Cavemen. Cavemen back up 7 as they've kept their distance here. They haven't let St. Joe get too close. As another serve by Holland is good. Good hit there by the Indians, but right there is Fry. Over to Streffling, a big hit and down. Point Cavemen. Now just 4 points from winning the second set and tying this at 1 set apiece. Holland to serve again. She gets it over. St. Joe's got to get it over. They just do. Mitchell puts it up for Streffling. A big hit. That's going to be long as Streffling thought it was tipped, but they're going to say it was not as they're going to take the serve back. And a couple subs for St. Joe as Gillis comes in to serve. Serve is up and good. Indecision there, but the Cavemen play it. Ashburn off the block is good. Good hit there. Springman couldn't quite get there as that's going to be a point for the Indians. Still a 6-point lead for the Cavemen. Just 4 more points and they will win this second set. As it's another good serve. Mitchell puts it up for Streffling. Streffling off the net, still in. St. Joe's got to get it over. They do. Streffling puts it up. Mitchell across. Streffling tips it over. Still in, though. And that's going to be an infraction as the Cavemen will get the point as one of the St. Joe players ran into the net trying to play the ball. Watford in, Streffling to the bench. Streffling struggled at the very beginning of the set, but has come on big for the Cavemen as she's had a lot of very nice kills. Good serve by the Cavemen. St. Joe's got to get it over. They do. It's going to fall. Point Indians. So Cavemen still lead by 6. They only need 3. But a quick couple-point run here would make it tough. Good serve, but the Cavemen play it. It's going to be Ashburn, and that's down. Point Cavemen. Cavemen up 23-16. Ashburn back to serve for the Cavemen. And the serve from Ashburn is over. And that's going to be played poorly by the Indians as it looked like it might be going out, but they played it out of bounds, and the Cavemen now at set point, 24-16. Ashburn to serve here, trying to get the game-ending point. Big hit there as Ashburn dives for it, can't get to it. Point Indians. St. Joe's going to have to go on a big run as they trail by 7. Cavemen just 1 point from victory. If the Cavemen can get one more point here, the Cavemen will tie it at 1 set apiece. Serve is good. Mitchell puts it up. This one for Fry off the block, out of bounds. Point Cavemen, and the Cavemen win set number 2, 25-17. After dropping the first set 27-25, the Cavemen go back and win the second 25-17. So the Cavemen have scored more points here tonight. But the thing that matters is the number of sets you win, and so far they have won 1 and lost 1. We'll be back in just a couple minutes to bring you set number 3. Cavemen tie this match at 1 set apiece by winning the second set 25-17. Cavemen are going to start set number 3 with the serve. It'll be Nikki Mitchell. She puts it up and over. And St. Joe's not going to get it over. Ace Cavemen. Cavemen pick up right where they left off in set number 2. That serve is up and over. St. Joe just barely got it over. Mitchell puts it up. This for Fry. Fry gets it over. Big hit there, and that's going to be down. Point Indians. Indians will have the serve. Fuda puts it over. Streffling gets it up. Mitchell puts it up a second time. Streffling will have to hit it over. She does. A big time hit off of Mitchell, down. Point Indians. That's short, into the net, point Cavemen. Fry to serve for the Cavemen. Good tip, but Mitchell's right there. Madison to Streffling, Streffling into the block, but out of bounds, Cavemen point. Good serve by Fry. Off the block, but Mitchell couldn't get her arms out fast enough as that goes out of bounds. Point Indians. That serve again short into the net. Point Cavemen. 4-3, the Cavemen lead. Pelletier came in and got the big run in the second set as she'll try again. Madison puts it up. This one for Fry. Fry off balance into the net. Point to the Indians. And the ref's checking something out with the scorekeeper over there as we're in quick pause as we're ready to go here. Indians to serve. Good serve there from St. Joe. Mitchell puts it up for Streffling off the net, down. Point Cavemen. Holland in for the Cavemen. Serve from Holland is up off the net, but good. The tip, but Holland's right there. Good hit by Streffling off the block, though, and still in play for the Indians. Holland gets it over. Good return. Another good tip, though, into open space. Point Indians. And again, the scorekeeper checking in. Indians gonna serve here, tied at 5. Serve is up and good. Caveman right there though. Streffling a big hit. Fuda comes across with it, and that's going to be down. A good hit by Fuda and the Indians. St. Joe leads by 1. Another serve into the net. That's the third one in this set, as 3 of the 6 Caveman points have come on unforced errors by St. Joe. Serve from Watford, this time inbounds as she had trouble serving him out. Big hit by Fuda, but that's out of bounds. Point Cavemen. And the serve by Watford again is good. The tip off the net, but still good. Cavemen have to get it over. They do. Cavemen have a chance. Fry with the tip. What a play there by the Cavemen. Point Cavemen. In some of the Cavemen losses, they've struggled with that tip shot, but the Cavemen tonight have done a good job of tipping some themselves. There's a good serve there by Watford. Cavemen lead by 2. Springman puts it up. Mitchell across. It's for Fry at the net. Rolls over the net and in. Point Cavemen. That one rolled all the way down the net to the far side, and the Cavemen score. The serve by Watford again is good, but just long. Point Indians. So Watford puts it too long and out of bounds as it'll go over to the Indians. 9-7, Cavemen lead. Serve is good. Mitchell to Ashburn. Ashburn off the block, off Ashburn herself, and down. Point Indians. Good serve from the Indians. That one into the net and down. Another point Indians. We are all tied at 9. Watford just barely hits it. Good hit by the Cavemen though, and that'll be a point Cavemen. So Cavemen almost lost it, but Watford just got her hands on it. And Cavemen will serve. Ashburn to serve for the Cavemen, up 1. That serve is over and good. The set across. Fuda with the big hit off the block though, still in. Another good hit, and 2 Cavemen players stand and watch as Mitchell, as Coach Anderson saying Mitchell needed to kind of move back there to get that, but nobody goes for it. We are now tied at 10. Good serve from the Indians. That'll be Fry off the net, but still in. Off the net and not in, and that'll be a point Cavemen. Madison in as Mitchell goes back to serve. That serve is over, but too long. Cavemen give up another point on the serve. Fuda back to serve for the Indians. That one is over. Fry there. Mitchell puts it up. This for Ashburn. Ashburn gets it over off the block. Good hit there by the Indians. Watford can't get to it, and that'll give the Indians the 1-point lead. Fry just barely gets that as Mitchell put it up. This one for Madison off the block. Pelletier puts it over. Ashburn's there as it went back and forth at the net. Fry into the net. Can't get it over. Point Indians. Fuda to serve again. Mitchell's got to get it. She does, and Fry's not going to get it over. That's going to be 4 hits. And that's going to look like a timeout from Coach Anderson. The Cavemen fall to 3 points down here in set number 3 as a couple of miscues by the Cavemen give St. Joe the lead. Coach Anderson calls a timeout, down 14-11. If you're just joining us, we've got the Cavemen trailing by 3. We've got one more broadcast this week as the Cavemen varsity football team will be taking on South Bend Adams tomorrow night here at Steel Stadium. Come out, support the Cavemen football players. Or if you can't make it, watch live online here on YouTube. To serve is Fuda again. She gets it over. Fry is there. Mitchell puts it back for Fry. Fry runs in, gets it over. Pelletier tips it, but still there are the Indians. A big hit, but blocked by the Cavemen. Madison can't quite get there as it went off the block and fell into the open area. Point, Indians. The serve from Fuda again. Mitchell is there. Fry will put it up. Big hit by Madison and inbounds, point Cavemen. Good hit from Madison, gives the Cavemen the serve back and a chance to make a run right now as they trail by 3. Fry to serve for the Cavemen. She puts it up and over. Off the block, Fry is there. Mitchell puts it up for Madison again. This off the block. Off the block again. Fry puts it up. Mitchell to Streffling, but again another block. The tip, but Streffling's there. Pelletier tips it to the side. The Indians save it. They've got to get it over and do. Pelletier puts it up. Mitchell to Madison. A big hit, and that's going to get the Cavemen a point. So a big hit from Skylar Madison gives the Cavemen a point and cuts the St. Joe lead to 2. Tied at 1 set apiece. The Cavemen will be serving down 2 in our 3rd set. This is a best of 5. Fry to serve again. She puts it up. A good block there as Mitchell's able to get to it. Madison puts it up. A good tip there to get it over by Streffling. The Indians have a chance. Fuda puts it over. Good job by the Cavemen as Madison puts it up for Pelletier. Indians there. Off the block. Still in play though. Another block as the Cavemen run into each other. Fry dives for it and can't get to it. Mitchell was there, but Ashburn and Mitchell just ran into each other as that'll be a point for the Indians. Good serve as Fry puts it up for Mitchell. And that is not going to be able to get over as Streffling couldn't get it over the net. Point St. Joe. St. Joe to serve again. Madison has a chance off the block, out, Cavemen point. Good serve from Pelletier, but just too far out of bounds. Point Indians. Cavemen trail by 4. Good serve from the Indians. Mitchell there. She puts it back for Madison. Madison's got to get it over and just barely gets to it. And that's into the net down, point Cavemen. So it's been back and forth late. The Cavemen are going to have to make a run as they trail by 3. Cavemen dropped the first set, 27-25, won the second, 25-17. They trail here by 3 in the third. And that's going to fall inbounds in between 2 Cavemen, point Indians. Cavemen still trail by 4. They're going to have to get a few in a row here as they don't have the serve. That one's into the net, though. Point Cavemen. Back to serve is Watford. She puts it up and over. The Indians just get it over. Mitchell puts it up. This for Fry. Fry off the block and down. Point Indians. Indians trail by 4, or Indians, lead by 4. 5 points from victory as that serve is up and high and over. Mitchell puts it up for Ashburn. Ashburn off the block, still in play. Indians get it over. Holland up. Mitchell all the way across. Fry off the block, though, as that's going to be over. Ashburn puts it down. Point. But they're going to say that's going to be an infraction on the Cavemen. Point Indians. That's going to lead to a Coach Anderson timeout. Timeout, Cavemen trailing by 5. Indians just need 4 points to win set number 2. Good serve by the Indians. Cavemen get it over, off the block, out of bounds, point Cavemen. Ashburn to serve. Cavemen are going to have to make a run here, trailing by 4, 21-17. Ashburn to serve. She gets it over. And a big hit there. Nobody there for the Cavemen, as that'll go back to the Indians. Good serve by the Indians. Pelletier gets a hit as the Indians just barely play it. They get it over, though. Mitchell again. This one across the Fry. Off the block, down. Caveman point. Madison in. Mitchell to serve. Mitchell with the serve. She gets it over. Fuda comes up from the back. That's going to be in. Looked like it was close, but they're going to say it was on the line. Point Indians. Cavemen need to make a run. Indians need 2 points to win set number 3. Good serve. Ashman there, but nobody goes for it. Points on the ace by the Indians. Now it is set point here, 24-18. Another good serve. Mitchell puts it up. This to Pelletier, and it's down. Caveman point. And that serve is over. The set up. That's off the block. Still in. They got to get it over. Mitchell does. Big hit, but that's going to be... They're going to say it was tipped at the net. Coach Anderson didn't like that call, but that'll end set number 3, 25-19 St. Joe, as we head to our 4th set here at the Cave. We are just about ready here for set number 4. Cavemen trailing right now 2-1, so they'll have to win to force a 5th set. Cavemen have scored just about as many points as St. Joe, but losing that first set was tough as they lost 27-25, but we're ready here for set number 4. St. Joe serves. Cavemen have a chance. Madison off the block. She's got to play it. Pelletier tips it over. Still in, but no Cavemen there, as it'll be a point for St. Joe. 1-0 here. St. Joe trying to win here in set number 4 to end this match. And another serve from St. Joe. Ashburn's there. It'll be Madison off the block. St. Joe will play it. Good hit there, but Cavemen still have it. Mitchell back to Madison. Madison a big hit off the block and down. Point St. Joe. Indians lead 2-0 here in set number 4, trying to put the Cavemen away. Serve is good. Ashburn up to Mitchell, all the way across to Madison. Madison this time hits it too far, out of bounds. 3-0 Indians. Cavemen not off to the start they wanted as they trail 3-0 in set number 4. That serve is a good one. Mitchell up to Pelletier, who gets it down. Point Cavemen. So the Cavemen now have a chance to make a run. 3-1. St. Joe leads. Good serve by Fry, and that's going to be out of bounds. Point Cavemen. A big-time ace there as the Cavemen wanted to try to make a run here early, not get behind too much. Fry to serve again. Another good serve. It'll be Fuda off the block, out of bounds. Point Indians. Good serve as that's going to be long, out of bounds. Point Cavemen. Pelletier to serve. She gets it over. St. Joe's got to play it across. They do, but Streffling's right there. Mitchell up back to Streffling. Streffling big, but way too long, out of bounds. Indians to serve again. They put it over. It'll be Mitchell. Back. This one to Madison. Indians have a chance. They get it over. Fry, Mitchell, Ashburn still in play. A big hit off the block, down. Point Indians. It'll be the Indians to serve again. Mitchell put it up for Madison. Madison off the block, out of bounds. Point Cavemen. At first they called that Indians point, but it's definitely tipped out of bounds, so Cavemen will score. Madison out, Holland in. Holland in to serve. And a big hit there by Fuda, but it's still in as Mitchell puts it up. Ashburn off the block, still in play though. Good reaction from the Indians. And nobody can get to that for the Cavemen as it falls. Point St. Joe. And the serve from St. Joe is good. Fry plays it. Mitchell all the way across to Streffling, and a big hit there. It's going to be tipped out of bounds. Point Cavemen. It was a tough call there as it was tipped. Cavemen serve. That was Watford with the serve. A big hit there. No chance by the Cavemen as the block wasn't tall enough. St. Joe to serve, leading by 3, set number 4. Cavemen need this one to go to a 5th set. Serve is good. It'll be Ashburn off the block. Mitchell tried to play it, could not. Point Indians, and that's going to force Coach Anderson into a timeout. Cavemen trail by 4 in our 4th set. We're at a 1-minute timeout. We're just about ready to get started out of this timeout. Cavemen trail by 4 as they take the court. It'll be a St. Joe serve. The serve is up. It is good. Cavemen play it. It'll be Fry, gets it over. Big hit there, the Cavemen get to it. Fry puts it up, can't get it over as it hits the net, comes down. Good effort there by both sides, but that'll be a point for St. Joe. Good serve there. Mitchell put it up for Pelletier. She gets it across. A big hit there, but Fry is there. And that'll be Holland. Good hit there as St. Joe saved it, but 2 players couldn't get to it as they watch it fall in between them. Point Cavemen. Ashburn back to serve for the Cavemen. Trailing by 4. This is about the position the Cavemen were in our 3rd set as they trailed by 2, 3, or 4. And a bad serve goes out of bounds. Easy point for the Indians as it goes right back to St. Joe. Good serve. That's up for Fry. Fry hits it, and that's in. Just in on the corner as they thought it might go out, but it did not. Cavemen score, still trail by 4. And the serve is good by Mitchell. Ashburn keeps it alive. It'll be Fry. She tips it over. Still in play. A big block as it sits on the net, and that's going to hit this the pole sticking up there. It's going to be out of bounds off the Caveman block. The serve from St. Joe is up. It's over. Big hit into the block, but still played. St. Joe's got hit over into the block of the Cavemen. Big hit there. The Cavemen keep it alive, but not again, as that'll be a point for St. Joe. So the Cavemen trail now by 6. Coach Anderson checking how many timeouts he has left, as he has 1. So he's going to save it for now. The serve is good. Nobody gets there. Ace. And the serve is over. Watford's there. They've got to get to it as Fry puts it up. Pelletier gets it over. And that is played over. Mitchell puts it up. This one for Madison. She gets it off the block, and that's going to be inbounds. A tough break there for the Cavemen, and that is going to force Coach Anderson into the timeout. Cavemen trail 15-7 here late in the fourth set. If the Cavemen cannot rally and win set number 4, this match will be over. Again, our next broadcast will be tomorrow night. You'll hear from Sean Stiers and the WSBT crew here live on our video broadcast on YouTube. So tune in for the first NIC match of the year for the Cavemen football team. They'll be home this weekend next as they take on 2 South Bend schools, Adams and then Clay next week. After that, the Cavemen will be on the road most of the rest of the season until October 13th at home against the Penn Kingsmen. We'll bring you as many games as possible. There are no home volleyball matches next week, so our only broadcast next week will be next Friday. As we're back to the action, 15-7, St. Joe leads over Mishawaka. The serve still in St. Joe as Watford gets to that. Holland puts it up for Pelletier, who tips it over. They got to play it and cannot. Point Indians as the Indians are on a roll now. Cavemen have to get this serve back soon. As the serve is over, it's good as Ashburn plays it. Holland up for Fry. Fry off the block, still good though. Indians have been on a roll here lately, but the Cavemen still have a chance here. The tip still in play as Ashburn plays it over. Good hit off the block, Cavemen score. Cavemen finally score, but the lead is still 8 as Streffling's in for Watford. Back to service Fry. Fry gets it over. Big hit from Fuda, still in play as the Cavemen save it from hitting the ground. Fry gets it into the net though, as there was some indecision there on who's gonna hit that. Fuda back to serve. She puts it up and over. It'll be Mitchell for Streffling, who tips it over. It'll be a big hit from Fuda, but Ashburn gets it. Holland puts it up for Streffling. She gets it over. A great play there by the Indians. And the Cavemen trail here late by 10, as it looks like St. Joe is kind of walking away with this one. Fuda with the good serve again. A big hit there, but the Cavemen can't get it down. It'll be in. Great play here lately from the Indians. Has made it tough on the Cavemen, as the Cavemen now trail by 11, 6 points from defeat. Streffling has a chance into the block. Fry saves it. She's got to hit it over. Fry does. And that's going to be a point for the Cavemen. So the Cavemen score. Back to serve is going to be Pelletier. Good serve from Pelletier. And that's off the block down. Point Indians. So the Cavemen have really fought hard all the way through, but it's been a tough fourth set here as the Cavemen have gone down big. That'll be Holland for Ashburn. She winds up, gets it over. And Streffling puts it up to Pelletier. Fry's got to get it over. She does. Pelletier's there. Holland puts it up for Ashburn. Ashburn gets it over, but too far out of bounds. Point, Indians. And the serve is good. Mitchell's there. This will be Streffling. Off the block down. Point, Cavemen. Cavemen have to rally big time here, trailing by 11. Holland to serve. The serve is good. A big hit there. Nobody can get there for the Cavemen. Point, St. Joe. Three more points and the Indians will win this match. The serve is over. Cavemen have a chance. Ashburn, good hit, point, Cavemen. Watford in to serve. Good serve from Watford. And Holland hits it, but cannot get it over. Point, Indians. 23-11 is the score. St. Joe on the verge of defeating the Cavemen. Good serve from the Indians. And that's going to be off the net. Doesn't get over. Point, Indians. And we are at match point here. It's a tough break for the Cavemen. If they could have won that first set that they dropped 25-27, that could have helped them out here, but they could not pull it out. And that looks like it might be it. Nope, they say it got over good. So the Indians have a chance here, but the Cavemen still have it. Nobody goes for it. Pelletier hits it into the net. Match point. Game. With that, the St. Joe Indians win 3-1 in a tough match to lose for the Cavemen, as they were so close in the first, won the second, and then just couldn't keep up the intensity and lose 25-11 in set number 4. I'm Matt Rendell. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be back tomorrow night from Steel Stadium as the Cavemen football team take on South Bend Adams, starting at 7 o'clock. It's our first 7 o'clock kickoff, as all the other games have been 7:15. And we'll be bringing you that game live with some audio from Sean Stiers and WSBT. Thanks for tuning in to the Caveman Sports Network. We will see you guys tomorrow night for the football game. Have a good evening.